Hello, Jim here. I'm going to get you started with Poker Tracker. So you've got nothing, no records, no games in your system now, and we are going to start from the very beginning. So on the very bottom, you see how it's blue? Home is blue. That's where you are. I'm going to click Filter, Charts. Look at the bottom. It keeps turning blue there. Those are the 5 main sections of the app. So the first place we're going to go to is locations and game types, second from the right on the bottom. Okay, this is your list. Now, this is my list. Yours is going to be a little different. There should only be Bellagio and Caesars in there. So, see on the bottom here, near the bottom, it says add new location. I'm going to add a new location here, and I'm just going to call it Jim's Palace. Okay, and then you can see it showed up there. Now, let's say a game type I like to play is Big O. I'm going to add a new game type and call it Big O. Okay, and now we're going to go to stakes, and we like to play 10-20. So I'm going to put in small blind, and I'm going to put in big blind and click OK. And we have 10-20 there. Now we're going to go back. Look at the bottom. We're going to go home. And on the upper right, you can see the big plus sign that's in a circle. We click that, and now you get a pop-up, and you can pick your location. There's your complete list. Yours is going to be less than that. But now we're going to look for Jim's Palace, and we click it. And then we're going to click the Big O, which is already selected, and it's not a tourney. We're going to do 10-20, okay? And then for a buy-in, and this is not critical. You can change all this stuff later. But let's say we bought them for 500 and we hit start. Now you can see that it's running. And if you look here, you can see it shows you the time it started at 2:33 a.m. and we bought them for 500. Okay? That's your first step to getting a game running with Poker Money Tracker. Okay, now if we want to edit the game, you just click on it and you go to a nice edit page. Now, if you go down a little bit, you'll see in 500. Okay, it's above the out 500. The green buttons are for adding. You can add 100, 10, or 1 to the 500, and the red is for subtracting. So watch, I'm going to click the 100. See how it went up to 600, 610. I click the 10 button. Now I'm going to click the red 100. It's subtracted. And now I click the 10. Okay, so that's how you change in and out values there. Okay, now we're going to take a break. If you look in like the middle of the page, see the blue coffee cup? We're going to go on break. Okay, so now we're on break and we're done editing this. So we're going to click near the top, middle top, there's the back button. Click the back button and you can see the red cup there. It means we're on break. So you can be on break as long as you want, of course. And then when you come back from break, you're going to click this again. Click anywhere in there and you come back here. And you can see in the middle there where it says X break. That means end the break. When we end the break, if you look near the bottom, you can see break minutes 0.56. That means a half a minute. All right, so now if you go click the back button again, you can see that we are running, but we're not on break. Okay, if we want to end the game, so let's say you play 2 or 3 hours or however, click the game again to edit, and now you're going to see a big stop button in the middle left there. We click stop, and we're done. If we go back, you can see it's square now. It's got a square border instead of the oval border, okay? So here's what you see here now. It shows, if you look on the far right, see where it says 0. Well, we didn't win or lose because it's 500. I'm going to click to edit it again. You can see on the left there, 500, 500. So we didn't change the dollar amounts. So we're going to do that now. Let's say we won 100. Okay. Anytime you make a change, you're going to see a blue button come up in the middle there. You have to click the blue button, click to save for any of your changes to take. Okay? Watch what happens when I don't click it. If I go back here, it still shows 0. If I edit again, 500, 500. It didn't take. Now I'm going to click. I just made it 600 for the money out. I'm going to click the save button. Okay, it took it. Now you can see when we go back, we made $100. Okay, and now I'm going to go back in because for time, we only played 2 minutes. If you go down to the middle, see start date and end date, here's where you can change the times. Now, this is automatic. You do not have to change your times. The beauty of this program is when you start and stop, it automatically does all the times and dates for you. So you can see on here, we started at 2:33 and we ended at 2:35 a.m. That's 2 minutes. So we don't really need to touch that. But let's just say you did want to alter it. I'm going to click on the start time and I'm going to make that, you can use this nice slider, and I'm going to make it 2 a.m., okay? So now, you notice we have to click the save button again, and now it took it. Now watch what happens when we go back to the main screen. Okay, it shows you 35 minutes. If you look in the bottom left of this box, you can see $174.21 per hour. That's our hourly rate. And there you go. So I'll give you another quick example here. If we start another game, see, it automatically populates it with the information from the last game. So you can see there, Jim's Palace Big O. That's what we have ready to go for the new game. Okay? But we still can change these games. We want to play MGM, PLO, 2-5. And buy in for $4.44. Let's do it. Hit start. There you go. Okay. So let's end this and say we lost $200. All right. And we're going to click to save. And we're just going to make believe we played 20 minutes or so. All right. Go back here. Okay. 10 minutes. And now if we come back out, you can see, oh, we got to stop the game. Okay, we stopped it and we lost $200. So you can see it grouped our days together. For the days here now, we have, you can see Wednesday 2 games. See it right there in the middle? Wednesday 2 games, 45 minutes total. We lost $100 on the far right total, and our rate is minus $135 an hour. So that's basically how this works. And then if you just want to check your, on the very bottom here, let's go to charts. And you can see how the chart is going straight down. We're not doing so well. If we click on, we're looking at chart data here. If we click on locations here, you can see Jim's Palace, we won $100, and MGM, we lost $200. And you can also see the rate breakdown there also, okay? And then if we go to, there's a similar pie chart for the type and stake. And also, now on the very top here, we're going to go to, or almost, we're going to go to table data. And we're going to look at table data here. Now, we're going to click on sum, which stands for summary. This shows you data in a table format here, and it breaks everything down. You've only got 2 games here, so it's not very interesting, but this is where you see all your data. Okay, and then if we go, the next one is locations. It breaks it down by location. So you can see our hourly rate at MGM and at Jim's Palace. And then we can also do by type of game, by stake, and by time. We can do weeks and months. So there you have that. Now let's go to the very, very bottom. I'll show you one last thing. This is just a quick overview. There's a little bit more to this program than I'm showing you right now, but this is just to get you started. I don't want to make this video too long. Okay, this is filters now. So what this is showing you here is, if you go to the middle of the screen, you'll see locations, game types, and stakes. Okay, right here, right here. Okay, if I filter out a location, I'm going to say, don't show me Jim's Palace. If you notice, I took the check mark off of Jim's Palace. And I close that. You can see here it turns a faint blue. That means we're not showing all the locations in the filter. Okay, a filter is a way of showing you less than all your data. So watch what happens when we go back home on the bottom left. You only see MGM. We don't see Jim's Palace anymore. Why? Let's go back to the filter on the bottom. We can see locations in the middle there is blue because we're not showing all the filters. I'm sorry, we're not showing all the locations. So now we can verify it there. Now we're going to recheck Jim's Palace so we have all of them. And you can see the blue disappeared and we see black. And now when we go back to the main, you can see it shows up again. So that's how you would filter out a location. And you can do the same thing for game types and stakes. Okay, so I'm going to jump back to filter. You can also do a date range close to the top there, January 1st through December 31st, and you can name it. If I click in here, I can type in, I'm going to type in the word Jim here. You can, and then you hit return. On the keyboard here, you'll see return. Hit return and you're done. Now I'm going to go back home and you'll see it shows up that we changed the name of the filter. See the near the top, it shows you 2023 Jim. Okay, so that's how, I'm not going to get into the other parts of this right now because it has more power, but that is a start. Now, I just want to make you aware of one thing here. Go to the very bottom and go to settings, okay? I'm going to start. That's how you're going to see it when you first see the settings. If you go to the top here and you click show options, there's one option. In the future, I'm going to have more. And this is show rate for game. If I uncheck that and you go back home, you're not going to see the rate for the individual games. It's just decluttering it. It's your option. You can turn it on or off. But I like to have it on. Now I'm going to show you how to back up and restore your games. I'm just going to do an overview here. You see the import and export? This is how you save your games to the outside world and you can bring them back in at any time. So this is a safety thing. If you lost your phone or you want to share data with a friend or you want to play with it in Excel or anything like that, just for safekeeping, you'd click export and on the bottom it says, would you like to proceed? You hit yes. And it stores it in your clipboard. I'm not going to go through all the details of this in this video. I have another video for that. And import would be the same thing. You'd click import and you bring it in, okay? So there you go. It stopped the duplicates because those games were already imported. But that's basically it. That's just a quick overview, and I'll have separate videos on more individual things, and hope you enjoy the program, and let me know if you have any comments or suggestions. Thanks a lot.